Well, good evening, good evening, good evening. Hello, hello. Hmm. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Well, I just tuned in tonight just to say hi. It's Thinking Thursday. Hi, everybody. And what was on your dinner tonight for Thinking Thursday? I thought about it a little bit and I couldn't think besides what I wanted. So I made chicken chops, Brussels sprouts, sauteed scallops, butter noodles, and Brussels sprouts. So I don't know what you guys are. That later. Yeah. So other than that, how's everyone doing? How's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Mm, mm, mm. Have enough shit to catch up with, ain't it? I tell you, you do one full week of work and a bunch of shit happens, and then here I go, got to catch up with life. So somebody fill me in. What's going on? What's going on? My phone been blowing up, and all I can say is what them people calling me for. What they calling me for? I can't help them. I don't even know who number that is. Keep calling me, but to whoever is calling me, don't call me. Call your lawyer because I can't help. No, but yes, I do notary. I don't work for everybody. I work for myself. So, no, I'm not the go-to. Don't call me for nothing. Um, Now, there was a couple of people reached out, wanted to know when I do the hair. I do the hair by request only. You got to come to me, want your hair done, let me know. And then I'll think about if I can do it or not. And then if I can, then I'll make a time up for you. You come over here, I'll do it, and that'll be that. I'm very plain and I'm very simple. But now, when it comes down to seeking legal services, I'm not a paralegal and I'm not a lawyer. And I only notarize certain types of forms. So I can't help nobody. I don't need nobody to have nobody contact me to do shit. So with that being said, anybody that's having any personal matters that's requiring a notary outside of maybe title transfers or something like that, don't contact me because I'm not available. I'm not available for nothing. So don't call me. When it comes down to building up your business, you want to make an appointment with me, you're more than welcome. Just contact me in the inbox. And I always put my Gmail address up so you guys could contact me during the Gmail too for anything that I could do to help you get your business actually become a real business. Now, I had my young girl come up to me and say to me, when I go to school, Lisa, I want to sell shirts. She wanted to get some socks and some other stuff. So what I did is had her mom apply for a business for her daughter, get a real tax ID number, establish herself a business, and now the little girl at 16 has her own t-shirt business, has her own clothing and all her little stuff that she can print her little stuff out on. And I told her that I would introduce her brand as soon as she finishes putting it together. But she made herself a jean jacket with a bunch of little patches and all these things on it. But see, you don't never know what you're saying to somebody's child, because she said to me, I want to sell. So I automatically built her a business. So she was like, well, I didn't know. I wasn't thinking about it as a business. I just wanted to sell stuff. And I said, well, no. You wanted to lead by example. So because I'm a business mind, I didn't want the young lady to walk away not knowing how to have a business if she really wanted to be one. So I told her, be mindful of her vocabulary. Don't claim a business if you really don't have none. It's okay to start from the bottom and you're in your organizational process and you have somebody that knows how to build a business come and stand your first 24 pack of tops and socks and everything that you need. How you doing, cousin? Thank you, cuz. It's just me. It's just your big cousin. Um, I be moving around a little bit, but I had sat still today on my Think It's Thursday because I had got a couple of phone calls that was saying, call me. And I kept saying, well, what's going on? And then they didn't want to tell me. Then I did some research and I said, I ain't the phone call. Nope, I ain't the phone call. I don't do no notarizing or nothing with people that don't have nothing to do with me. I pick and choose my battles, and I'm not doing nothing for nobody. So, yeah, I did get a couple phone calls. There's some turmoil going on, confusion, and would make you think I can help it. I can't help it. The only thing I can help you do is build a business. Now, if your business is on rock bottom, and all you got is hamburger, hot dogs, and t-shirts for sale, if you want to upgrade your business and become a real business, you can always contact me. Everybody that contacted me has had a result-based quality business structured and standard from there. They come to me and get a lot of questions answered. I don't do no gatekeeping. I do all I can to build up the people that come around me. And even sometimes in the person's absence, I'll build them up. But now, I'm not going to do that too much neither, because sometimes you can build people up and they had a plenty chance to build themselves up and just didn't take the opportunity. So I'm not going to keep doing that neither. Now, I posed the question maybe last week and said, does anybody know the true answer to what is the difference between a producer and a rapper? What's the difference between the rapper and the producer? Let's talk about that for a minute. Talk about being the rapper or the producer. Me, I'm the producer. So let's start there. I don't do no entertaining. I don't have no bop with me. Like, I don't have no little bop with me or nothing. I'm completely out the loop. I'm going to start letting me a nigga pick me up and throw me around a little bit. So I'm preparing all that for the winter. So I'm living life as life is presenting itself. You know what I mean? And I know the way to the heart of a king is through a queen. So this is what I'm doing. Anything like a queen. Anything else, don't contact me. I don't have nothing to do with nobody's nonsense at all. When it comes to me and my children, we're doing fantastic. Couple people ask about my kids. My daughters are doing wonderful. My son is doing fantastic. My oldest granddaughter is doing a wonderful job. Everybody in my family right now is doing wonderful. So I want to thank every and anybody that always asks me about me and about my kids, because y'all don't see us. You may not never see my children at all because they don't really frequent Harrisburg. When I have the burning desire to go shed love, I go to them. I takes the chance to get on the road and go see my girls when I need to go see them. And no, I haven't seen Yusuf Glenn in a long time. So yes, I do have to be a little bit more in touch with my son. And with that being said, I don't take up on other people's children and their situations. So no, not only have I received phone calls in regard to other people and their matters, I always tell somebody to contact the closest family member. I can't do everything just because I'm a notary. Doesn't mean that I can lift a problem up and pick it all the way up and solve it, because I can't do that. I can only help you in your journey. Now, yes, being a notary has its quirks. There are some immediate situations that I can handle, like some registering people to get in school. I've done that. But they had to live in a stable environment. They had to know what school district that child was going to be in, and it had to be permission from the homeowner. So yes, I've registered people's children to school more than one time. But the young man that came to me about getting his daughter registered for school, he didn't have the means to do so. So I wasn't able to cross that road with him. So some battles I stay to myself and I keep to myself. So don't come to me for nothing like that. I'm not interested. So yeah, I just came on to make a general announcement that karma's a bitch. And one thing I don't get in the way of is nobody's karma. If I even think for 1 minute that is karma, I don't interfere. I don't start praying on nobody's behalf. I get all the way, and I mean all the way, out of the way. I get all the way out of the way, and I let the Most High God do what the Most High God has planned for that particular person and those people involved and those things that are involved and those situations that need to be handled. I myself am not the Messiah. I'm not the holier than thou. I don't never preach on the prophets. I don't talk about a lot of things on that nature. What I don't go is to some supernatural thing, and then I become your winning force or your savior. No, I'm not that. So if there's anything that you could call on me to do, it's one thing, and that's for sure, and that's to build your business up. And I can make you something good to eat. That's about it. Other than that, if you don't have the card title in your hand, I can't notarize it. If you don't already have your own stuff, I can't notarize it. So we're talking about that too. Now, on the other hand, what else am I doing? I've applied for some of that couple dollars that we keep getting in Pennsylvania. So yes, I've been behind the scenes running my nonprofit to the highest capacity, and I'm looking to receive and be on a receivership so that I can service the Harrisburg, Dauphin County area, the Hanover within Dauphin County, East Hanover, South Hanover, York County, Adams County, Lancaster County, Lehigh County, the city of Allentown, Wilkes-Barre, Harrisburg. I'm adding on because each time that I hit a county and I make another phone call, it seems like I'm extending my hand further and further out. So I'm on the map. I don't know about nobody else and whatever they got going on, but here's what I do know. If you're looking to have a business established, I am giving a one-on-one on actual business and etiquette and business structuring when it comes down to organizing your business, and then when it comes down to operational process. There's two different things. But as we go into life and we believe within ourselves, we should hold ourselves on a high regard. Yes, I consider myself in a very lucrative state of mind. Yes, I believe that I created a very huge business. Yes, I believe in myself to the highest maximum. Yes, I believe that I can take other people high. I can take somebody even higher than me, because in my process, there were some people already on the road that I was on, but they didn't know that the road that they were traveling had other directions they can get off of. But me, the curious mind that I have, I went into a brand new world. Now, I'm getting ready to be called on for legislation. I'm looking for the 2 congressmen and 1 state representative to go have a conversation with on what us as community health workers come to the table with, what I'm bringing to the table as a business builder, how I'm able to stand up and say that I've created myself to be what you call pretty much, I'm rich now. I'm rich now. I'm not walking around with my pocketbook full of money like a Target. Boom, now let me get that bread. No, I'm not walking around that type of rich. I'm longevity rich, baby. I'm longevity rich. I have put myself and my lived experience so far behind me that I got in front of my lived experience and decided to just share the road that I went on, and come to find out that that was a hard road. I mean, I didn't have to do it, but out of self-sabotage, because I'm not going to knock my family down and make it look like they threw me down. And because not one time has my family ever asked me to leave out of my home, ever since I was a younger now. My aunt and I wasn't no put out, get out. Lisa Glenn got up and went outside on her own now. I didn't self-sabotage myself into thinking that I was an alcoholic. I was going to be all these worst things in the world. I even let a bitch say something about me one time to make herself look better, because I already knew that in the long haul that I was going to be on top. Because sometimes it'll be a motherfucking man or a woman. It's called a verbal situation. They'll start talking you down. They want to talk you down to who you was. But if you listen to what they're really saying is, what they're saying is, help me get where you are, because they don't know how to ask you for help. But that's okay, because what I'm doing is what you call paving the way. Because no matter what, even when I die, I'm going to still live forever, because I'm going to be a living legend when it comes down to the things that I'm building for my kids from the muscle. Now, I'm going to go back and say kids. I have adult children decision-making women, a decision-making man that I've created. So I'm not dealing with what you call children anymore. I don't have children in my trajectory. I have grandchildren now. And as a grandmother, I know my role now because I went and thought that I could be stepping in people's business, getting in the way of their kids, going over top of what decisions that them people mom is making. Them wasn't never my kids. That's my daughter and them kids. So I didn't really have no say on that. So I backed off and I had to step back and say, you know what? I already done raised my kids alongside of my auntie. And I know damn well, and my aunt and them didn't never want nothing bad for me in life. I remember breaking the news to my auntie and in the 80s, talking about I'm pregnant. My aunt and them wanted to wolf for me. You know, so they didn't never knock me down. As a matter of fact, I remember getting tired one time. I had the audacity where I had them run away. I had the audacity to go sit back on my aunt and them porch talking about I'm tired. Oh, Lord, I done went home and told my aunt, listen here, I'm tired of outside. I told my aunt. I just want to be inside with one of the kids. Like, I was ready to stay in the child's place, and I had not reached 20 yet. So I went home before it was too damn late. So, God, thank you so much for showing me outside early. So when people say to me, are you coming out? And I say, no. They say, well, you ain't, what you going to do all day? I'm going to chill all damn day. That's what I'm going to do. Because, Lord and behold, outside and inside is two different things for me. So I definitely got to be careful about my outside. It's not the same as y'all outside. Now, no, I'm not a recovering crackhead hiding from one decision away from the pipe. No. I got a bad habit of losing all of my belongings, giving everything away that I have, and drinking 1, 2, 3 Budweisers and boom, it's a wrap. Y'all know what it is. I created myself a monster after 3 beers. I was a beeraholic. Ugh. But now I've gotten myself together. And I'm not claiming no elements, and I'm not claiming no sicknesses, and I'm not claiming anything holding me down and holding me back. And, excuse me, I'm not going to allow for anything in my past or stand in my kids' way for me to make progress. So my children's lives are their lives. They have been learned how to make decisions from their upbringing. They came from a decent home. So therefore, I don't really have to worry about the decisions that I have to go and step in front of my kids and guide them any further. Yes, I show them things and I help them do things, but then I mind my damn business. I get on out the way. I mind my business. You know what I mean? And, you know, there was a time that I wish I could take time back and say, you know, if I wasn't such a young mom, I would have got motherhood quicker than I had reached womanhood. But I had became a woman quicker than I could become a mother. So therefore, I had got some stuff confused. So now I understand the difference. One day I had to look up at my daughter and say, shit, my daughter, the way she take care of her kids, and my oldest daughter, the way she take care of her daughter, I wanted the role to be reversed. I wanted my kids to turn around and give me some of that nurturing and some of that love that I had gave them, that they gave their kids. Because see, the way that they love their children, didn't nobody get a chance to love on me like that. Okay? So I share my trauma now and then. No, I didn't get that love like that. Yes, my aunt and them tried. I didn't get the mother-daughter situation. Y'all get it. Y'all got more of an aunt than I got a mom. Y'all remember y'all Aunt Rita. I still loved her. But there you have it. Just putting it out there. This is the adult version of somebody that just wanted their mom. You know what I mean? That's all it was. But there was no mom figure there that was prepared for a daughter. So I had to learn what that was in the 50s here, in the late 40s, to figure out how would I begin to forgive so that my kids can start to respect me as a mom. Because I grew up around my kids, with my kids. Didn't become their friends or nothing. I was still mom, but I kind of grew up in a nest with my kids. You know, they look just like me. We sit beside each other. You would think we were siblings. You know what I mean? That's because my kids have learned how to be independent through living around with how I've done things in life. They noticed that I was doing it alone. Yes, I had their father here and there, but he was more of a material guy. Yeah, he taught me how to get the leather coats and how to get to a dollar, how to keep a dollar serious. Yes, I get it. But there was some nurturing that needed to happen. And in doing so, I trust my daughter's judgments. I trust my daughters when they think outside the box, when they decide they're going to leave out a relationship, when they decide they're going to make a different job, when they decide they're going to move to a different location. I don't stand in the way of anything. I try to uphold my kids' right, wrong, and indifference. And there's a time when I had to step up and say, "You're wrong. You're wrong." And my kids received that from me. They didn't knock me down. They understood that there was a time that I had to put my foot down and say, you know what? After all that I let you guys go through, you know you was wrong for that. You know you was wrong for that. And then when I got to know my kids as adults, I realized that I wasn't dealing with the pretty and cute little girls anymore that I once had. You know, the ones that I could grab and just, it takes something sometimes just to get a hug out of your kids, especially your daughters, to love you the way that my daughters love me. The resentments that those young girls turn into women and they start looking at you just as another woman. I need for my daughters to continue to see mommy when they see me. So that's why I have not went too far out of my own backyard. So I'm going to keep it as that. And I'm going to say, thank you for just hearing me out, letting me share who I am. And moving forward, I'll be on the state capitol. I'll be dealing with Congress. I'll be dealing with one state representative, sharing what we do as community health workers, letting it be known that I will and I will not. Just because I am titled does not mean that I will do. I am a private owned business, but yes, I am a public charity for us worldwide, but I decide on what I do for anybody, and all of my credentials is all self-made. Wisdom is earned, and everything else is I seeked out the knowledge, and I learned how to do these things, first the Most High God, and then me. Now, I'm trying to show anybody that has had lived experience, whether you successfully completed parole. Come on, Toy. Come on, Toy. Come on. Come on. Come on, you did it. Come on. When I come to York, I'll talk about what I can do to show you how to give back to your community. It's simple as that. I know how to give back something that I took away, which is my pride and my dignity, and a lot of my partnerships and friendships that I lost with people trying to be a queen pin in the street when I was already a queen when it came down to people. Like I had mistitled myself. I ended who I was thinking I was killing the old version of Lisa Glenn and reinventing and renewing who I was, and not knowing that I bring me wherever I go. It don't matter what name I put on it. It's still going to be Lisa Glenn, Rita's daughter, the same girl from here in Harrisburg who mom and them come from Philly, and I'm still here. That's all, because I'm still here. And my kids, I can't stress it enough. I'm so very proud of my kids. In spite of me, my kids respect me. My kids respect me, and I respect my kids. My grandchildren love me, and I love my grandkids. My grandchildren know me because I allowed them to know me. But my grandkids learned from me who their mother is. That's part.